The results-driven Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce invites you to connect your business with 1,000 other companies just like yours, including education and workforce development, healthcare, professional services, manufacturing, retail, nonprofit, trades and vocations, hospitality, among many others, and benefit with chamber programs and services such as government affairs, energy and economic development, small business assistance, networking opportunities, women in business programs, young people in business programs, and more. We invite your business to become a starring member of the Merrimack Valley Chamber today and see what a difference this chamber will make for you. Join your community's most trusted, effective, and relevant business network connection today. The Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Hello everyone, I'm Mike Bevilacqua, the Vice President of the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce. I want to welcome you all back to the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business Program. I'm here with another very special guest, Aideen Snell, who's the Chief People Officer of Talent-Centered Solutions. So Aideen, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
So first off, why don't you tell everyone at home a little bit about what Talent-Centered Solutions is?
Sure. Talent-Centered Solutions provides consulting to organizations that are looking to attract, retain, develop, and inspire their employees. So the name Talent-Centered really comes from human-centered. So it's a human-centered approach in organizations. And I work with organizations to achieve their goals.
Yeah, I think that's, it's great. First off, congratulations. I learned that you opened this business just about less than a year ago.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you. What made you say, I need to start a business called, Talent-Centered Solutions? What was your driving force behind that?
Sure. Well, I've been doing this work for a long time for nonprofits and was recently laid off. And as the current workforce is changing and the future of work is unknown, I wanted to use my resources and my talents to help organizations to manage that kind of unpredictability.
So you've been working in this field for years, and now you can bring your knowledge to the workforce and to the businesses. If you're a business watching at home right now, what would you say? I know we talk about employees who go to work one day and don't go back the next day. They may be leaving a company. What is the reason a company should contact you, and what can you teach them?
Well, the landscape is changing, and employers need to move with that. And it's not a one-size-fits-all. So you need to listen to your employees, and that's the key, is to listen to them and see what they want. And again, that's not a one-size-fits-all. So hearing everybody's voice, giving them an opportunity to have a voice. We had a lot of remote time, right, through the pandemic, and people are rethinking about whether or not they want to go back to those commutes and long hours and the rat race that we were all feeling prior to the pandemic. And so now the theory is that employees are looking for purpose over paycheck.
Sure.
So they want to know what your organization's mission is, and they want to know that they're making a difference. And so Talent-Centered Solutions can help to navigate and identify areas of opportunity. So working with current data that the employer has, or maybe obtaining a new, an engagement survey for employees to hear, what's going on and what's important to them. Yeah.
That's great. And what does the data, you mentioned data, you mentioned the surveys. What does that show a business that they need to know?
It shows areas you could have specific themes or specific part of the business that's struggling. Maybe it's not every area that's struggling. Sure. You might need to look at culture change or change management, which is looking at the human side of change. So often we implement a new IT program, but we don't think about the employees who have to make a behavior change, right? And so really looking at the employees and making sure that you're giving them the attention, the development skills, the training and support that they need to be successful.
So you worked with a number of businesses already. What has the response been from those businesses that you've worked with since starting Talent-Centered Solutions?
So really my goal is to help you achieve your goals as an organization. So I have been successful in helping organizations improve their Net Promoter Score, which is a likelihood to recommend.
Okay.
So your consumers, happy consumers, come back, right? And that's what keeps the business running. But you have to have happy employees in order to have happy consumers.
Sure.
So that's one aspect of it. Training and coaching is a big piece. There's often a skill shortage in new managers. You know, we promote them because they're good at doing a technical skill, but we don't actually train them in how to manage people.
Yes.
Right? So you're a good imaging tech, you get promoted, and now you have a team of 20
Workforce,
people.
yeah.
And so now you end up burning out your manager if you don't give them the tools and the 20 people that they supervise.
Setting them up to succeed.
Yeah.
So how do people learn more about your business? How can they contact you?
Sure. So www.talentcenteredsolutions.com is my website, and also Aideen S at talentcenteredsolutions.com is my email. Those are the best, easiest ways to find more information.
Yeah.
And I'd be happy to have a quick conversation and see how I can help.
And we talked about working with the businesses. You also work with employees, correct?
I do. I work with employees, providing coaching. It's a big challenge to get staff off the floor to actually do a group training. Mm-hmm. So businesses will often hire a coach where, employees can check in and ask questions in management struggles that they're having,
Sure.
How to motivate their staff or how to have difficult conversations. I used to work in employee assistance programs, so it's kind of employee assistance, but not the mental health piece. It's really just trying to help them be successful at their job and develop their communication skills.
Yeah.
But I also coach people outside, so if organizations aren't providing coaching, but somebody wants to grow in their profession, I provide coaching for those individuals. I do some returning to career transition type coaching,
Sure.
Career coaching. And I also have a little passion project of working with individuals on the autism spectrum.
Oh, that's great, yes.
I'm a big proponent of neurodiversity in the workforce.
Yeah.
And so I enjoy coaching individuals in preparing for interviews. Interviews are a little tougher for someone
Sure.
on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And so I'll work with them to know what to prepare for and how to stay focused at the interview and perhaps even disclose some information about their strengths and weaknesses.
No, it really is a great opportunity because, as we mentioned, the workforce's role is changing as COVID came along. The needs of employees is changing also, and you have all the experience in working with these different jobs and roles throughout the spectrum, so it really is a great opportunity. If there's a business watching today, do you work with any business throughout the Merrimack Valley? And the other question I was going to ask is, why should a business contact you? If they're a business watching home, what would you say the key reasons are they should be contacting you to work with you?
Yeah, I work throughout the Merrimack Valley and even beyond. We've become a very remote workforce, so
Sure.
we're much more flexible, but I also come on site. And I think I bring a unique perspective because I'm very down to earth. I've been on various sides. I've been on the HR side of the business and I've been on the business side. And I understand the operations and challenges that managers face. So I think I bring a unique perspective
Sure.
to the work. And I'm not there to tell you what to do. I'm there to work with you and be support.
And I think it's hard for a lot of businesses. They're so busy doing their day-to-day tasks that a lot of things might slip through the cracks that they just don't see.
Right.
If it's happening daily, it just might slide through. So you're able to identify what those key problem areas might be, and more importantly, get them resolved so they don't become an issue. Or when you're bringing on workforce, they want to stay at that business.
Right, and often you can do a program implementation and it's not sustainable. So sustainability is key.
Yeah.
You want a return on investments. You don't want to be spinning your wheels and putting things in practice that aren't going to be sustainable. And I think that's the key for me.
Yeah, because we hear from some businesses, they might train an employee, they might come in for one day and then they're gone the next day and don't come back. They may not even come in for that first day. So
Right.
to be able to learn about what employees are looking for, since now it's more employee driven rather than workforce driven, it's a great opportunity to hear about what people are looking for these days.
Right.
And with that being said, I want to ask you, what have you seen? You have years of experience on the different sides of the spectrum there. But what have you been seeing? How has the workforce changed in the last few years, especially throughout COVID?
So I think the silver lining of COVID is that it has really drawn a lot of attention to inequities. So DEI has really risen in priorities for organizations, diversity, equity, and inclusion,
Sure.
and belonging, for both equity for women as well as for people of color, gender equity, and things like that. I think that the shift of the employee has changed. After the Industrial Revolution, we were happy to have a job. We were glad to have a job, and now people are shifting priorities to wanting to have a balance, a work-life
Sure.
balance, and they're worried. They've been taking care of their health through COVID and things
Yep.
like that. So employers need to do more to attract. So they need to look at their benefits. They need to look at the flexibility of working, whether it's working from home or a hybrid model. Things are really shifting, and obviously that's different for every employer. But they need to make employee engagement a priority.
Yeah, I know it's, working with our member businesses, the key issue we hear from, it doesn't matter if it's a manufacturer, hospitality, whatever it might be, is the workforce, hiring new people. It's almost impossible right now. So to have this opportunity to bring you in, to to work with the businesses so you can identify those key areas where they're missing, it really is a great opportunity. So thank you again for being here today. And just one more time, can you tell everyone at home how to best reach you? And then just again, why they should be contacting you one more time.
Sure. So you can reach me at www.talentcenteredsolutions.com and call me to attract, retain, develop, and inspire your employees to help reduce your turnover and implement programs that are going to make people want to work for you.
Perfect. Well, Aideen, I want to thank you again for being part of the episode today here at the Merrimack Valley Chamber Business Program. Congratulations again on starting your own business as well.
Thank you.
We look forward to hearing more and learning more about your business. But thank you again for being here today. We appreciate it. And I want to say thank you all at home for watching another edition of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Business Program. We look forward to seeing you next time, and thank you for watching. Thank you.